Good day, everyone. Welcome to part 221 lecture. Today, we will be handling study session 4. And we'll be dealing with index number and sampling theories. Index numbers are indicators which reflect the relative changes in the level of certain phenomenon in any given period or over a specified period of time, called the current period, with respect to its value in some fixed period called the base period, selected for comparison. The phenomenon or variable under consideration may be price, volume of trade, factory of production, agricultural production, imports or exports, national income, wages, wage structure, sales, shares, bank deposits, foreign exchange reserves, cost of living of people of a particular community, etc. The list goes on and on. At the end of this session, you should be able to state the uses of index numbers, list and explain the types of index numbers, explain the applications of index numbers in statistics, and also describe the application of index numbers in business management. So let's move to the uses of index numbers. The following are uses of index numbers. 1. Index numbers are used to measure the pulse of the economy. It is also used to study trend and tendencies. 3. Index numbers are used for deflation. 4. Index numbers help in the formulation of decisions and policies. And 5. It measures the purchasing power of money. Moving on to types of index numbers. Index numbers may be classified in terms of the variables they measure. They are generally classified into 3 categories: the price index number, the quantity index number, and the value index number. For the price index number, the most common index numbers are the price index numbers, which study changes in price level of commodities over a period of time. They are of 2 types. We have the wholesale price index number and the retail price index number. The wholesale price index number depicts changes in the general price level of the economy, while the retail price index number reflects changes in the retail prices of different commodities. They are commonly constructed for different classes of consumers. Now moving to the second type of index number, which is the quantity index number. The quantity index number reflects changes in the volume of goods produced or consumed. The third type of index number is the value index number, which studies changes in the total value. For example, the index number of profit or sales. There are problems associated with constructing of index numbers, and we are going to look at them in this section. 1. The purpose of index number. This must be carefully defined as there is no general purpose index number. 2. Selection of base period. The base period is the previous period with which comparison of some later period is made. The index of the base period is taken to be 100. The following points should be borne in mind while selecting a base period. A. Base period should be a normal period devoid of natural disaster, economic boom, depression, political instability, famine, etc. B. The base period should not be too distant from the given period. This is because circumstances such as customs, customs, habits, and fashion keep changing. C. One must determine whether to use fixed base or chain base method. 3. Selection of commodities. Commodities to be selected must be relevant to the study. They must not be too large nor too small, and must be of the same quality in different periods. 4. Data for index number. Data to be used must be reliable. 5. Type of average to be used, that is, the arithmetic, the geometric, the harmonic, etc. 6. Choice of formula. There are different types of formulas, and the choice is mostly dependent on the available data. System of weighting. Different weights should be assigned to different commodities according to their relative importance in the group. So let's look at the methods of constructing index numbers. The first method is the simple unweighted aggregate method. Aggregate of prices, that is the prices of all selected commodities in the current year, as a percentage of the aggregate of prices in the base year. P01 is used to denote price index number in the current year with respect to base year. And the formula is given as shown. Limitations of simple aggregate method. The prices of various commodities may be quoted in different units. Commodities are weighted according to magnitude of their price. Therefore, highly priced commodity experts okay therefore highly priced commodity exerts a greater influence than lowly priced commodity. Therefore, the method is dominated by commodities with higher prices. The relative importance of various commodities is not taken into consideration. We'll consider numeric examples in class, and so here we'll move on to the weighted aggregate method. The weighted aggregate method. In this method, appropriate weights are assigned to various commodities to reflect their relative importance in the group. The weights can be production figures, consumption figure, or distribution figures. By using different systems of weighting, we obtain a number of formulae, some of which include Laspeyres price index or base year method. Taking the base year quantity as weights, that is, W is equal to Q naught, as shown in the equation above, which will be seen in the live class. The Laspeyres price index is given as shown. By using different systems of weighting, we obtain a number of formulae which include the Laspeyres price index or base year method, the Purchase price index, the Dobish price index, and the Fisher's price index. The Laspeyres price index or base year method, taking the base year quantity as weights, that is, W is equal to Q naught, as shown. This formula was invented by a French economist called Laspeyres in 1817. The purchase price index. Here, the current year quantities are taken as weights, and we obtain it as shown in this equation below. The formula was introduced by a German statistician called Pasche in 1874. The Dobish-Bowen price index. This index is given by the arithmetic mean of Laspeyres and Purchase price index numbers. It is also sometimes known as LP formula. The formula is shown below. Moving to the Fisher's price index. The Fisher's price index. Fisher advocated the geometric cross of last payers and purchase price index numbers, and it is given as shown in the equation below. Fisher's index is termed an ideal index since it satisfies the time reversal and factor reversal test for consistency of index numbers. We will consider numerical examples in class. Thank you very much.